Action.
So me and JJ didn't get a chance to see
Opening weekend,
this
boys.
opening weekend movie.
Until Yawn.
Until Yawn.
I went to go see this with my girlfriend, and she said, I did not know that's the movie we were seeing. And I'm like, well, that is the only one that's out.
Coincidentally, she left him right after the movie.
No.
Oh.
Had a great night.
Never.
Until Yawn, as I'm dubbing it, because I'm gonna sound real harsh.
It's gonna explain
on this
it to us.
movie. I'm gonna
This is my favorite
explain,
thing.
and this isn't one of those bullshit. Until Dawn explained. It means they haven't watched it, so I have to explain to them.
He's not going to break it down with Easter eggs.
No, who gives a shit? I am going to break it down with Easter eggs because there were Easter eggs based off the games.
Never
Have
mind.
either of
Yes.
you played the game?
Okay.
I'm sure Mr. PlayStation has.
Did you play the game?
You know what?
But did you, though?
No.
Okay. Did you watch somebody play it? Because I never played the
Yeah.
game, but I was young enough
played the game.
to where
He
I
doesn't
watched.
want to admit it.
I wanted to play it.
Not.
It's dialogue options with QuickTime events that you then control your character.
Okay.
So it's like
So it's
Like a Telltale game.
like a Telltale game,
Yeah.
but like animated like a 3D video game.
Okay.
Instead of like the special,
The
it probably
cartoony
would have been a
looking.
better Telltale video
Yeah,
game.
Telltale would, yeah.
Whatever PlayStation did with that. So never played the game, never played the game, never played the game. Knows what the game is, watched people play the game.
Yeah.
So this movie does follow that kind of loosely, except for none of the characters you knew from the game are in this movie.
Ah.
Hayden Panettiere, not in the movie.
Strike one.
Rami Malek, not in the movie. Others, also not there. We have new friend group, and there's 5 of them.
Okay.
And there's
Maybe they did that because they wanted to test the waters with the movie, and if it was a hit, then they could bring in the original game
okay.
franchise
Yeah.
cast. Why spend all that money if you already know what I know?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have Clover, our main girl, Megan,
Clover, I'm kind of out already.
Clover, and her sister Melanie.
sounds like it.
Her sister Melanie. I watched this last night, so this is perfect timing for
fresh.
doing this. Melanie is missing,
Okay.
and she went missing after their mom died.
Okay.
Even though they cut back to when she went missing, and Melanie is like, I'm going to New York, you should come with me. And like, that's like an hour into the movie, we find out like, oh, she just went to New York and like got lost in this like Until Dawn movie. You know what I mean? Like, she wasn't like, she didn't go missing. She wasn't like running. She was like, no, I'm going to,
She went to New York.
she's like, our mom's dead, there's not much here, so you should come with. And the sister's like Clover.
Clover.
Like Clover. So Clover, Megan, Max, who used to date
Jesus,
Clover.
Who came up with these names for these characters?
Yeah, it gets worse. Abe. Abe is one of them. Abe is one of the dudes. So 2 dudes, 3 chicks. Abe and other girl, who I don't remember their name, are hooking up,
Okay.
right? And then Max and Clover used to date. I don't know why I'm telling you this, because it literally has nothing to do with the
bearing on
entire
it.
movie, right? So, but if I had to get shot the information into my chest,
It's the
then
false tension. They need you to think, oh, because they used
I
to
care
date.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
Dear God.
It does kind of come into play, like they stick together. But Peter Stormare in the video game, also in this movie.
Oh,
Okay.
So it's literally like the video game, just with different teams and a different location. We're not on like the mountain
Oh.
with all the like snowy shit and all the creepy deers and stuff, you know?
Okay.
But Peter Stormare is the doctor in the video games, same character. He's same character by name. That we get into Easter eggs at the end of the movie, everything gets revealed, blah, blah, blah. He's like, this is who I am. It's a character from the games. We see a little image of Rami Malek on like a patient paper.
This is like a sequel to the game.
So it's like a sequel to the game. Just make the video game, though. Like, you would have sold millions of copies, Until Dawn 2, you know? There might be a second video game. I don't know. Maybe that's just like a
Well, I mean,
Mandela effect, you know?
Clearly, they're trying to make it not just Easter egg. It sounds like they're trying to put it inside the universe.
Tying it to
it's all
the universe.
Yeah.
Until Dawn.
unto dawn.
Tuan.
Unto dawn.
Until Tuan.
Till Twan.
You're saying it with like a New Jersey. Tuan.
Tuan.
So, okay, blah, blah, blah. We're trying to find the sister.
Okay.
Abe thinks they're just going on a road trip. Everybody else is like, nah, dude, we're literally retracing the steps of her sister and we're trying to find her. They go to Peter Stormare's little like
Creep
convenience store because he's like posing as a real like townie. You know what I mean? No other town thing, nothing. There's like one other car that honks at them. We don't see anybody else. Just Peter Stormare in this little fucking shack,
Okay.
you know? And Clover pulls out a picture
can't
on
with
her
that name.
phone
The name is so bad.
of her sister and goes, "Have you seen this girl?" And he's like, "Oh, she's missing. I didn't tell you that. This is all in the trailer, right?" He's like, "Oh, other people have come through here asking about it. Like, no one ever gets found if they're missing here." But anyway, if you want to go up the road, there's like some stuff up there that maybe you should check out. So they drive. They're driving. It
But
cuts
her name
to
is
them.
Clover, so she's
Her name
probably
is
lucky.
Clover.
Go ahead.
Oh no, that doesn't. They don't do anything with that.
Oh, no?
Her name's just. They looked up 2025 teen names.
Oh, God.
And came up with, they shout out Clover, the AI, the chat GPT bot that wrote this movie, shout out Clover. I need 5 teens with conflicting relationships. They used to date.
Well, of course,
some
Max,
of them didn't.
John Smith, Clover,
Abe.
Abe.
The best they could come up with was Abe.
Yeah, because they
No,
use,
you can tell. Max, those are placeholder names when you're writing a script.
it's like Carmen using his Grok or his Aura,
Yeah.
the fucking thing.
Here's
like-
some placeholder names. No, those will work. No, they're place. No, they're work.
No
They're
one
work.
used the name Abe since fucking Abraham.
Abraham Lincoln, Abe. Yeah, I know. It's really bad.
I can't get past the names.
The dialogue is also bad. The dialogue is all, and we've seen movies like Slaughterhouse, where we're like, this movie I think was worse than that, because it wasn't self-aware. You know, it wasn't like comedy, even though it tries to be.
No,
in
the
some
monkey
places.
one.
The monkey
That-
was better than
that
this movie.
already sounds better than,
Yeah.
than this.
The monkey, also an example
Wait,
of two
that Stephen
characters
King
playing
movie?
two,
Yeah.
two people, same actor playing two characters, same
I
example.
couldn't look at that one. That one looked trashy.
It's
Until Dawn. So we're driving in a storm now. We're going up the road like Peter Stormare told us to, the bad guy of the movie.
Just starting to rain.
It's starting to rain,
Okay.
and it's this intense storm, and everybody's yelling, "We gotta stop! We gotta stop! You need to turn around! You need to turn around!" And Abe's like, "I'm not turning around again. I've already turned around like 5 times." And he could just stop, pull over,
just stop. You don't turn around.
He's literally going,
Wait for
like,
the storm to move.
full speed, like, and they're yelling, and he's going faster, and it's like, just stop the car. Just stop the fucking car. And they're all yelling, they're all yelling, they're all yelling, and they cross a line and the rain stops. And they look up, they all get out, it's all dry, it's just raining around this little like woodsy outcropping with a creepy cabin. And it literally looks like the motherfucking storm in Fortnite. I shit you not. Instead of purple, it's like normal storm clouds, but it's literally like circle. It's like if this was a dome and it was just storm all outside,
But the dome was protected.
but the dome was protected. It's like Fortnite.
Dear God.
I'm like, that's all I could fucking think of. Like, and that's bad. Like, because we all play.
Yeah.
But like the fact that that's what I
That's
thought
what
of
you thought
first.
of. Some video.
It was like
different video game.
Yeah, yeah. Until Dawn coming to Fortnite characters, by the way.
Oh.
No, I don't think so.
You never
I
know.
hope
Swear to
not.
God.
You're like,
Um,
oops.
Oops.
So we're here at this cabin. It's like a little inn. It's like a little shitty inn. No one's there. There's nobody there. They pull up in the shitty. I'm pretty sure it's a red G-Wagon. I don't. I think it was like some SUV, but maybe my head was like, it'll be
Yeah.
funnier if, it's a shitty G-Wagon. Like, so of course we go inside. We like inspect everything inside. Clover's waiting at the edge of the wall, the rain wall, right? They make a joke about Wonderwall,
She's
water
probably-
wall.
Oh.
Yep, it's bad. It's
This is
Real
really
bad.
bad.
Baby.
yeah. She sees her sister out in the
Of course.
rain
Right.
or whatever,
Oh,
or
okay.
a girl figure who's like calling out to her. And then like Max has to pull her out of the rain. But it's nighttime when he does it. The movie's called Until Dawn. So it goes night. We have to check out this inn. There's a book, like a sign-in sheet
Okay.
of like names written down, but like it's one name like written like 13 times, but every time it's written it gets a little more
Disoriented.
crazy, like you're losing your senses, right? And all of them have like 13, and there's like names until they get to Melanie's name written in
Blood.
the sign-in sheet.
Oh, damn.
No, it's just written in the sign-in sheet, but it progressively gets more like incoherent. So what's that all about? There's also a fucking hourglass on the wall. Yep, with a skull behind it, I think. And it was turned this way. Now it's turned this way. And one of the characters, Max, goes, "Did you move that?" And they're like, "No. What does that have to do with anything? Like, we're not talking about that right now. Like, hey, viewer, we introduced this hourglass thing, but we're not going to tell you what it is yet because we don't tell the characters what it is." So they're all inspecting, right? One of them keeps filming videos. You know, keeps that found footage scene that we thought was in the trailer was all the dude's iPhone videos.
Or with the thing in the cheek.
Yeah. It's not a scene in the movie. It's literally just, hey, we shot this on an iPhone and we're going to look at some old footage because every time they die, they get reset back to where Max is pulling Clover out of the thing. She's writing the name.
Do they
in the
remember
book.
that they die?
Yes.
And they still don't try to leave? They still keep trying to do the same stuff again?
Well, hold on, because there's like a murderer. Like every night, there's something different that wants to kill you.
Okay.
Apparently, because they're like, they want to keep us afraid. Like, if it was the same thing every night, we'd get used to it, but they want to keep us afraid. And one of them goes, it's working. Yeah, guys, that's what we're dealing with. That's the kind of enriching dialogue that we're dealing with.
JJ.
So it's a fucking time loop movie where they die and they get reset. And they have 13 chances before they turn into the Wendigo, which is from the game.
Mm-hmm.
What's the Wendigo?
Wendigo is a monster.
It's like a Native American.
They all turn into it.
It's like a
one?
Native American cannibal. Like,
Yeah,
they just like
it's
kept
a-
eating humans until they went fucking crazy.
13 chances, though?
I think it's just because 13's like, ooh,
like a,
spooky.
Probably like a
Chances to what? Like escape or?
to survive. Oh, there's the hourglass.
Right.
It is dropping
okay.
sand.
And they have to live until it runs out?
They have to live until dawn.
So they don't all just like lock themselves in a solid room and wait?
Well, they do. And when they all lock themselves in the bathroom, chance number like 3, I'm going to go through all the death montages that we get. They drink the water from the sink, and then they all explode.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding. The water makes you explode.
That's dumb as shit.
That's dumb as shit. Even if you get the water on you,
You explode?
you explode.
Okay.
And not just like
No.
not just like brain
Right.
explode.
Oh, it's like full on.
Full body combustion.
The premise is cool.
Yeah.
Like the overarching premise of like, we got trapped somewhere, we got to survive to
Time
not
loop.
die. Fine.
Right. If it was just like a killer chasing them, that would have been better.
That's
but
out
the
of
water
idea. You're
makes
right.
you
Chat-
explode.
I think this is AI written.
But
Has
it
to
doesn't make you explode fully all the time.
Oh.
If they want to do a cool kill, maybe just the leg explodes and the rest of the body stays, or somebody's belly gets big and that shoots out, but she's still alive, and then she explodes. And then the other characters are like, you need to kill me before I explode. We drank the water. Like, it comes back. The water comes back. The water has to make you explode because it's basically like a kill switch. You know what I mean? Like, if they don't want to die to whatever monster is chasing them, they can just go like, they want to try and save everyone. So like, they all die independently of each other. So it's like, I think the idea is
Everybody dies or nobody dies.
well, yes. So what happens? What's the end of the fucking movie? Like, we already know. We already know what's going to happen by the end of the movie. So I think the water is to be like, okay, this friend died, so we all have to die now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We get
but this-
13 chances before we turn into straight up fucking monsters, yo.
Please don't ever have. You need to have confidence in what you write. You need to because holy shit,
I think if they just made the game into a fucking movie,
it'd have been. This is
it would have been better. This would have
classic
been a
overthink.
better game. I've told everybody I've talked to about this. I'm
You
like,
would-
where's my controller?
You'd let it go more.
Yeah.
Because in a video
Yeah.
game, the water makes you explode. But in a movie, you're not going to buy that.
No.
It's not the same thing.
No.
It's really dumb.
Yeah, and not
That's
just like
painfully dumb.
my insides are messed up.
Yeah, like it
over
didn't kill you
time.
because it
No,
poisoned
no.
you. No, like,
You
explode.
explode.
Come on.
You explode.
Hey
It
guys, we got an
happens-
extra $3 million on the budget. How do you want to use this?
happens like 10 times, and it looks the same
Every time.
Every time.
Good God.
Yeah, yeah. They probably made 3D models of everybody and just simulated.
they
the
needed
explosion.
to gotta
Yeah.
explode something. Gotta do it. See, and I don't like horror movies that set up ridiculous premises to begin with. Like,
The
if
time
us
loop
three
is
are
cool.
driving, it's cool, but like if we're driving through a creepy town, we have to stop, and we walk into a thing like that, and it is
You'd leave.
1,000 times creepier, and we get back in the car, and you're like, let's go up the
U-turn.
road to that weird cabin that the guy said where it's only raining on. Like, what the
But they don't know it's only
You turn
raining
the
up there.
shit
They don't
on
know
fire.
what's up there.
But like you said,
So-
it's pouring, stop the car.
Right. Stop the car.
Just stop the car.
Or the second, you're not like, oh, this is weird. Like, it's not raining here, but it's raining.
Yeah, let's turn around and go.
Like,
Let's never go inside the house. Let's never like set the thing.
right.
It's
And they go inside the house and they find like pictures of all these missing people, like who got turned into Wendigos, and like that's what all the names are. I think the second they find like Melanie's name written down, it's like almost too late.
right.
'Cause,
But
like,
but that's what I mean. Like horror movies that you have to take
They
50
do
steps that
try
no
and
one would
leave.
do.
They try and leave a lot. I think it is like not one person can die. Like they say, somebody introduces in the movie, like one of them has to die. Like, but who? That doesn't mean anything. Somebody has to die. Doesn't have to be one of our main friends, you know? So we get to the fucking end of the movie because I don't give a shit about this
Spoilers.
thing. Yeah, big
Spoilers.
spoilers. Also, the whole town got buried in like an earthquake or whatever.
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
there's a bunch of underground. There's a bunch of underground buildings and doorways and caverns and stuff, so they can get chased by Wendigos, and that'll be really fun.
H. Holmes is
This
Yeah.
is Sonic and Mario's fault, by the way.
But the Wendigos can't. They're like the T-Rex in Jurassic Park. Nobody move a muscle. No. If you don't move,
Can't see you.
Yeah, I think that's in the game. I think like in the game you had to like set the controller down or like hold it, because that was back when the PlayStation had the PS4 had those like, it had all that controller
Yeah.
stuff on
Yeah,
it,
like
like
the
all the
little-
motion controls and like
Yeah.
that little light. So it was like you had to like keep it still. So it's like, yeah, that's not fun to watch. Like if I have to keep my controller still, but this fucking horrifying thing is happening and I'm like super tense, then it's like if I don't, I fail. Then it's like way more impactful
than
than me
watching.
watching somebody sit still.
Yeah.
before
knowing
this
how it's
monster
going to go
attacks
because it's already paint by numbers crappy horror
them. Right.
movie. Yeah.
Like this is Until Dawn if you didn't get to see what happens if you fail. This is perfect run Until Dawn. You know what I mean? Where it's like you don't mess up any quick time event. You hold the controller still every time. You choose all the right dialogue options.
yeah, like you're watching someone that played the game, recorded it, and put it on YouTube for the story aspect of it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You know,
Here's what it looks like, 100% of the
perfect,
game.
perfect clear Until
clear.
Dawn. Yeah, I would have rather watched a fucking YouTube video, you know, than this movie. Yeah.
This is brutal.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So we get to the end. She finds Peter Stormare. He's been experimenting on everybody,
No.
trying to turn him into Wendigos.
He was the bad guy?
We know that from the game,
I
though.
imagine.
So it's like, why is it? The only reason anybody is watching this is because they know what Until Dawn is. Like, pretty much.
And that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we got to put in familiar stuff to draw people in, but then we're going to alienate every other person.
Yeah. So this is where we see the patient. We're in his office. We see it's the office from the game, like with the lamp and everything. Like we get a picture of Rami Malek on one of the patient like dossiers. I thought that was pretty cool, but like not enough.
Yeah, it's too late
Not
now,
enough.
guys.
Yeah, it's too late. I already know it's a bad
Nice
movie.
Easter egg, but
Yeah, and I don't like Rami Malek, so I don't think you can save that. So he walks in with coffee. Peter Stormare walks in with coffee, sets it down, goes to monologue in the corner, right? Because he's the bad guy. You know, what's dripping from the ceiling? Water. So Clover literally goes like, every time he like turns around, he turns back to the wall.
So, like, is he giving the big speech about how
Yeah, he's doing his villain monologue.
you might have thought you've won, but you
He's
haven't?
doing his villain
Right.
monologue. Yeah, but he's got to pace, you know. And sometimes when he's pacing, he's not watching Clover move this coffee cup into the water, and then drip, 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 and she moves it back.
What a dumb, terrible plan to run a creepy ghost town where you or yourself get blown up by the water that you. Sorry, I'm like, my head hurts. This is like a terrible movie.
They kill him. They kill Peter Stormare because he drinks the water and fucking explodes.
No.
But they go, Peter Stormare, got a reminder, someone's got to die. You know, our
So it
three
was-
friends are battling the Wendigos right now. Someone's got to die.
Peter
Someone's got to
died.
die. She's like, yeah, you do. As he like, and then,
My water.
yeah,
on that note,
the coffee.
JJ's leaving.
I hate this movie.
JJ, it was bad. It was
What's your
bad,
score?
buddy.
What's your score?
I'm like a 4, maybe
That-
maybe a 3.
I was gonna
out of
say,
10.
that seems-
I think I'm a 3 out of 10.
I'd rather watch Madam Web from the
Yeah,
way you described this
yeah.
one. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was not good. It was
Save
not
your
good.
time, your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to see this movie in April. Like, there's no need.
Another October.
Another-
Why?
it
That's
should have been in
back-to-back
October.
horror movies drop in April.
That's what this
Sinners
is. That's
into
what I hate.
this.
Yeah, I'm not in a creepy mood. I don't want to see weird witches,
It's not
crazy,
spooky season.
crazy spooky town. You know, the town keeps every night gets more like built. You know, so there's more structures to go in and caves and whatnot to explore. And I'm like,
This would have been such
the
a good
game.
It would have been such a good video game, guys. It would have been such a good video game.
Fart.
Yeah. That was my should have been a game. Fuck should have been a series. Should have been a game. Yeah. Like I would have been like, man, I kind of want to buy a PlayStation now, but
You guys blew it.
man, and maybe I would buy Sparking Zero so JJ and I could finally play it, but
They always get on me about not having a fucking Xbox. Leave me alone.
Well, you don't see Xbox making that game. I'm just saying, or that movie. I'm just saying.
If they did,
I'm just saying.
Look.
all right, we got to scoot.
Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy